Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Road with the Spanish Announce team. I apologize for my voice. I'm your host, Woody. Last week I had surgery, so I'm going to take myself out of context. My co-host, we got Cujo.
The Ayatollah of rock and roll.
We got Camel.
I am here for the ladies.
Seriously, how do you do... You know what, that's fine, because I'm here for the boys. Yeah.
What did you put in that drink?
Anyway, so we're actually here to talk about some Royal Rumble predictions. That means the entire match, the entire pay-per-view, and we're going to start talking about some other puzzle.
Very exciting stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm really excited. All right, so let's start from the top.
All right.
Camel.
All right, so we have our main Royal Rumble predictions. As you know, every year during the Royal Rumble, there are 30 participants that enter. Only one can emerge as the Royal Rumble champion. That person gets to go on to WrestleMania to headline. Now, every year, Cujo, you know, there's the WWE Superstars, and there's also a few surprises that come in there.
Of course, they always manage to find their way into the lineup.
So, who do you think is going to be the most outrageous surprise that they're going to have this year?
You know, I'm actually going to say that the most outrageous surprise is going to be Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown. They have Doink the Clown every 4 years. It's like having a president come into the
Well,
ring.
you know what? Hey, sometimes presidents need some love.
You know, it would be better if they had an Obama impersonator come into the ring. I think that would, you know, please everybody in the WWE universe.
All right, but on a serious note, who do you think is going to take home the gold on the Royal Rumble match?
You know, that's a tough call. There's a lot of great superstars that have, you know, been impressing me lately. You've got the Dolph Ziglers of the world, you know, that are really starting to step it up. You've got Ryback, who is just a phenomenal beast. He's a physical specimen that just bows to the competition, but you can't take out factors like the Shield and their interference, and, you know, how are they going to affect some of these people?
True.
My main prediction, though, I'm going to go out on a limb and say John Cena's coming back to glory this year.
Great. So I needed that throw up in the back of my mouth. Thank you so much. Well, when it comes to the Royal Rumble, I actually prefer to root for guys who, you know, haven't been champion 18 times in their entire career in the WWE. And as such, I'm actually going against John Cena. I'm tired of seeing him headline WrestleMania. I don't want to see a Rock versus Cena Part 2. I just give it to somebody else. In my mind, I'm thinking maybe give it to Sheamus again so he can come back out on top. Maybe even a Daniel Bryan or a Kane.
You know, Team Hell No, they are definitely a dominating force in the WWE. Let's talk right now about that match. Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars. You know, it's going to be impressive. You know, Team Rhodes Scholars, they're starting to move and shake a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I kind of do appreciate the fact that Team Hell No finally has some main competition, but I just wish that the main competition didn't reside on Cody Rhodes' upper lip, because that mustache is...
It's definitely something that you find on To Catch a Predator. But, you know, I do have to admit that I am a sucker for anybody that can properly execute a cartwheel.
True. By the way, what's with the tiara?
The tiara? Well, you know, there was a lady, and...
Anyway,
she's from a country that shall remain nameless, and she forgot it at my place.
Anyway, okay, so now that we've covered the tag team match,
yes.
Let's move on to the U.S. title match. Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz. Who do you think is going to take that one home?
I will tell you who I want to take that one home. I want the person to win that match to be the guy that came to play. The Miz is due. He is a former WWE champion. He has been impressing me greatly with his Miz TV segments. Having, you know, Ric Flair on the show is a huge moment for WWE. I mean, of course, it's the most must-see show on TV right now.
True. Although you really can't count out Cesaro's finisher. I'm sorry, I'm not a Cesaro fan, but that uppercut after the lift.
You mean the nut massager? Is that what he calls it?
The whatever he calls it.
Yeah, where he reaches down and
okay, well, hold the phone.
And he.
Okay,
yeah.
hey, all ages. All ages.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the next match?
I'm just saying, he's from Switzerland. He likes cheese.
It's okay, we forgive you.
Okay. So the next match is going to be the WWE Divas Championship, right? No.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I mean, we got to cover it.
Yeah,
I know how you
feel.
I know.
Okay. All right. So if we're going, it's Layla, right? Layla versus Caitlyn. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to give it to the newbie. I'm going to give it to Caitlyn. I actually did see her match the other night, and I was actually reasonably impressed. She's getting there. She's not quite where she should be.
She's a new breed of diva.
She's getting there. Yeah. I don't know if I like the hair thing.
You're really commenting on her hair?
Are you surprised?
I mean, come on. If we're commenting on people's hairs, Ric Flair would have been done years ago.
That's a good point. Anywho, I believe the next match that we have lined up would be Alberto Del Rio versus the Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, Alberto Del Rio, the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
I'm actually going to give this one to Alberto. I feel like he's done really well with maintaining his momentum after recently winning the World Heavyweight, and I feel like having somebody as huge as the Big Show, I really don't think that that's going to be that big of a deal.
You know, normally I would love to disagree with you, but I'm going to have to disagreeing with you because I also think that Alberto Del Rio is going to win this match. The idea that Big Show on a number of occasions has been unable to reclaim that title from him.
True.
You know, has made me start to think that maybe it's Alberto's time. Maybe it's El Destino, as he says. It's El Destino.
It is his destiny.
Are you feeling the El Destino?
Okay, too much. Too much. Anyway.
El Destino!
Now, the main event, in my mind, that's got everybody talking, CM Punk versus the Great One, The Rock. You start this one out.
You want to know who I think is going to win this match?
I don't, but they do.
They do.
Yes, they're watching this video. They kind of want to know.
Well, I'm just going to answer a question with a question.
Okay, that's not cool, but okay.
Cujo, what do you think made The Rock come back after all this time? It doesn't matter what you think! All that matters is that the Great One is going to come into the ring and he's going to kick CM Punk's ass. It's going to be boots to asses.
Okay.
Boots to asses. Boots to asses.
I didn't need a shout.
Boots
Andy.
to asses.
Alright, okay, alright, now let's focus on the opposition. Let's focus on Mr. CM Punk. He's
Yes,
held
sir.
the title
Yes, sir.
for the longest reign
Right.
in the modern era.
Right.
That is huge. That is monumental. And if he's able to take down John Cena, if he's able to take down Ryback, albeit a little controversial, I actually have faith that he's going to hold on to this one. I think he's going to take it all the way to Mania. And then, you know, once it hits Mania, then we'll see what's going on. But I feel like the finalies, well, as CM Punk said, I feel like the finalies, the millions and millions, the, you know, one-on-one with the Great One, and all that stuff is all great and fine for the Attitude Era. But this is no longer the Attitude Era. This is the modern era. This is the reality era.
You're right. And you know what? I think that CM Punk is going to take it all the way to WrestleMania. The problem is, The Rock is going to be the one giving it to him all the way to WrestleMania. The Rock has had a taste of CM Punk's pie. And The Rock is going to eat that pie all the way to WrestleMania.
I don't really want to think about Rock eating CM Punk's pie. But anyway, those are our predictions. What are your predictions? Feel free to leave a comment under the in the comment box below. But first, speaking of fan perspectives, we actually have two crazy guests on our show. Please, gentlemen, join us. Right this way. One foot in front of the other. Mr. Debo, right here.
I'm going to take Mr. Matt.
Debo, your Royal Rumble prediction?
Well, I'm going to give you two predictions. I'm going to give you my out there prediction.
Okay.
It could be a surprise. And I'm going to give you my actual prediction.
Go for
My
it.
actual prediction is Randy Orton.
Okay, that's
Because
fair.
I think they're building him up to be a main eventer again, and I think it's his time.
Okay.
As far as my out there prediction,
Don't even. Please. Please.
I'm picking Carlito. Because that's cool.
All right, bring the camera over here. Before I hire Mr. Debo to be my maid and pick that off the floor, I'm going to get a real prediction. I mean, look at this. You've got a guy who's decked out in sports apparel. This is a man who knows his sports entertainment. So, Mr. Matt, tell me, who is going to be our Royal Rumble winner? But first, who is going to be our surprise Rumble participant?
Surprise! I mean, there's several, but if I'm gonna go with one, I'm gonna go patriotic here. I'm gonna have to go with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ho! USA! 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 US!
It's done.
So yeah.
All right, so for real prediction, I'm gonna have to go with Dolph Ziggler for one major reason. Yes, he does have the Money in the Bank. Important fact, of course. But there's also been speculation about a new title belt coming, which if you've actually seen pictures of the supposed belt, it could be a unified belt. And I would not be shocked to see them give Dolph Ziggler the undisputed championship.
I think that's a great prediction. You've made a lot of great points. But what do you think? Do you agree with our two guests? Or do you think that there might be another surprise coming? Do you smell a bottom line at hand? Or perhaps you just want to hear, woo, one more time. Let us know what you think at the address at the bottom of your screen.
The apple is all over. We'll figure
Somebody's
figure it
gotta be
out.
cool.
Anyway, leave us a comment and hit that like button, people. Peace out. Hit the button.
No one loves you.